Eurosnobs versus MLS fans is just like gatekeeping in the punk rock community. And here's why. Let me explain. Eurosnobs were soccer fans before MLS was a big thing. And many of them at least claim that they were big soccer fans before MLS even existed. And another thing, they probably refuse to call it soccer. They'll call it football, even though most of them are American. So how's this like punk rock? Well, exactly this. They like all these classic punk rock bands. The Ramones, Iggy Pop and the Stooges, The Damned, Bad Brains, Sex Pistols, etc., etc. And they don't like new modern posers. And they view MLS fans as people that are fans of bands like this: Blink-182, Green Day, Sum 41, Good Charlotte. Bands that have brought people into punk rock in the modern era and actually created a more mainstream punk rock fan base. And old school punk fans don't like them. They don't want to accept them as part of the community. And this is exactly what Eurosnobs are doing with MLS fans. They don't view MLS fans as true fans of the sport, especially since many MLS fans carry with them many of their more American traditional ways of viewing and enjoying sports. And of course, the worst thing of all, they call it soccer, not football. At the end of the day, it's just simply a form of gatekeeping and a form of coping. These old school punk rock fans that don't like people that were brought into the community by Green Day or Blink-182 are intentionally trying to keep punk rock small and niche instead of allowing it to grow into what it can be. And the people who like bands like Blink-182 and Green Day are the ones that are actually taking punk rock to new levels of popularity that it's never seen before. And this is the same thing that is currently happening with MLS and American soccer. We have a lot of old school fans, especially those who follow European leagues like the Premier League, La Liga, and of course the Champions League, that just love the history and tradition, but they don't want to see American soccer fans actually embrace an Americanized brand of soccer that has cultural traits of America. And they really don't want to call it soccer. They want to make sure that it's always called football, because for them, it makes them seem cooler, more hip, that they're into a niche European sport, unlike most Americans that like American sports like American football, basketball, or baseball. But the fact of the matter is, just like in punk rock, they're gonna lose. Green Day and Blink-182 are probably the biggest bands in punk rock history now, whether you like it or not. And in soccer, it's going to be the same way. The future is MLS, not the Premier League. And that's going to be the way whether you like it or not.